Hey everybody, what is going on? It is Dunbar Snack Bar here with some Tank Busting Tuesday and Wargame European Escalation. Now this is actually going to be the biggest battle that I have had so far, and I'm very excited about this one here too, because the way that the game goes, for those of you who don't have it, and I think I say this every single video, go ahead and buy the game because it's just phenomenal. The way that it works is the game is broken up in single player mode, two different stories on how a major conflict would start in Europe. And with every mission that you go through, there's an emphasis on what side you're going to be. So in this one here, I am playing as West Germany going against East Germany and the Russians. Now over time, the British have joined me, the Americans and French have joined me as well. And so what's going on here at this point, since this has gotten to be a really huge conflict, both sides are sitting down for peace negotiations. Now, even though peace negotiations are going on, the war still continues, and it's my job really to hold out. So this is a defensive mission, and this is going to be my first mission that I've had really on the defensive the entire time. So I know I try to zoom in every once in a while to kind of give you guys a theatrical look of things. I may not be able to do it here in this much, or I may not be able to do it that much here on this mission, because I'm going to be very concerned about what's going on. You can see I've established a perimeter using the topography around me here to kind of make that perimeter. I've got tanks hiding in trees. I've got infantry hiding in trees as well. Now, that being said, I may have to make some big changes here soon and move my guys inward. Now, if I have to move my guys inward and I shorten the amount of area that I have to cover, I got more units in a smaller space. That's going to mean it's a lot harder for the enemy to kind of hit me, because right now I'm spread pretty thin, and if there's one concentrated effort, I think we're going to be in trouble. But just seeing how things have been going so far, there have been a lot of units that are coming here at the top part of the map. So you can see I'm moving a Sheridan tank in a position. If this is going to be the first video that I've used the Sheridan tank, which is an American unit. I have purchased some, but the way that the game works is over, like I was telling you about major conflicts taking place in Europe. It takes place over a number of years. So like it'll start out like 75, it'll end up with in like 89 or something like that. So I mean, I purchased some American units, but since they weren't made yet, like I bought some Abrams tanks that I can utilize in battle. But the thing is though, since this takes place before the Abrams tanks were made, I can't use them. So I've got to use Sheridans here at this point. Now, the thing that's nice about them, though, is they do have long-range weapons. They do have an anti-tank missile. But the thing is, they are so inaccurate. I'm sure I could go through all my missiles on one tank and not hit anybody. But that being said, here you can see we're going up against 3 T-72s here on our left flank. T-72s are among the best tanks that I have come across so far with the Soviets. So, luckily, though, we outnumber them gun for gun. We've got them routing here at this point, so maybe we'll be able to get one more here as it's running away. Since with all tanks, the weakest part of the armor is going to be on the back. So T-72s, they're very accurate. They have a lot of armor. So if I can hit them as they're retreating, I got one. I got to get one more here. That's going to be a big success for me. Now, I've been able to do all right so far, being able to defend against the Russians. The thing is, though, is I know there's probably plenty more coming my way. All right, so you can see I've got a secondary objective here as well. Besides the main body, there's two other positions on the map. There's a French part, and then there is an American part as well. So I've got to worry about more than just defending this area. Now, I'm very fortunate here that I go ahead and bring in an anti-air artillery unit right as the helicopters appear. So I'm going to go ahead and hopefully take them down. There's only one here, but it looks like that the helicopters are distracted trying to attack my own guys. So I'll try to see. Well, I've got one down. That shouldn't be too big of a concern. Let's take a look at what's going on. That T-72 is still there. My Sheridan is still trying to shoot at it with the missiles. This is going to take a long time. See, the T-72 can still shoot at it with its main gun. We took out that helicopter, which is far more accurate than any missile that I have. So, alright, so the American one over here I've got to hold as well. So there's really 3 spots I got to worry about. My main area, though, that's what cannot be taken for me to win the main objective. So on the French part over here, the French are kind of under attack here very, very quick. There's a lot coming at them too. So I'm going to go ahead and try and send a couple Sheridans up here to try and reinforce. But I don't think that this is a good call because a lot of what is attacking right now is helicopters. And while tanks are great, you do need to have tanks in every engagement. The thing is, though, is you just have to make sure that you've got something to shoot down that aircraft. Because if the aircraft get near my tanks, yeah, it may take a while for them to go ahead and destroy them. But the thing is, eventually they will. So the French may have that down all right. I got to be careful, too, that I don't take too many units and send them out to the French and the American areas and leave the main part undefended. At the same time, though, you can see that if I can hold these areas, I get a lot of command points that I can go ahead and spend on the next campaign, which is actually going to be me playing as the Soviets. And that's going to be very, very different. But it is going to be good, though, because if I do get a chance to play as the Soviets in depth, then I'm going to have a better understanding of what I'm going up against here in the future. So there's just 2 more helicopters up there and we're done. So I'm going ahead and I'm sending, I've got some units together here that are anti-aircraft. I'm going to go ahead and send them up there. Alright, so they're trying to come in from an extreme angle here. The T-64s, there's 6 of them. Now, the Leopards should be able to stop them here pretty quick because the Leopards do have some combat experience. But at the same time, they're pushing and they're pushing hard. But they stop. If they had kept going, they would be able to get that. And what bad timing to go ahead and try and send my guys up there. Look how much is coming at me now. This is definitely the most units I've kind of come across at one point. They have broken in. I have got to find a way to stop these T-64s. This is making me nervous because now they're shooting at my command vehicle. And I've got to get him to a point here where he is protected, because if I lose him, I lose all of my income. Now I've got 3 minutes and almost 45 seconds here until we're looking at me no longer having to hold this bridge, and I'll probably get one more type of mission here after this. All right, so I'm going to pull my guys off of the line here on the right flank because really nothing has taken place, and I'm going to pull my guys out of the trees here and engage them in close quarters combat. Well, I do have some anti-tank vehicles coming at them too. So now that they have their backs turned to me, should be able to take them out pretty quick, and I do. That was not pretty. I got to be careful. Best thing to do as any type of military tactician is you got to be able to adapt, and I got to make sure that I hold that part of the line because that's huge. All right, so I've got some Chinooks here. They're going to be helpful in making sure that I replenish various units with supplies, with ammunition, being able to repair them as well. The thing is, though, is I really don't have a place to kind of go here for them to pick up some more supplies. Now, I could send them over to the American or the French outpost, but at the same time, I kind of learned earlier, you really don't know what's in the way. So I've got a couple units over here in the hotel point. They're going to make sure that they're attacking them. So it looks like that the Russians are being very, very cautious on their attack with me. It's still at the point here where I think one concerted effort, like one big push towards my guys, especially on the extreme left flank or the right flank, I am in trouble. So I'm really relying on Hotel to hold their own, because if they fall, then my right flank is completely exposed, and I think this is going to be game over. Now you can see I've got units at the top and the bottom of the map here, going up against some T-55s. Now the T-55s are among some of the easier units of the Soviet armor base here, but that'll be all right. Oh man. Now there are a lot more T-55s here than what I've seen earlier. There's a lot of T-72s. Those T-55s, even though they're easy to destroy, once you get a lot of them together, you can do some damage. Like, for example, they just took out another one of my tanks. Anytime on the bottom left, you hear the little siren, I guess, going off for the alarm. You see something on the bottom left saying it's destroyed, you kind of know what's going on. Now, I'm surprised, too, that there haven't been as many helicopters kind of coming at me. That Chinook's going to replenish the last little guys up here at the top. Now that he's out, I don't know what I should do. I probably could go over to the hotel point and kind of replenish my supplies, but it's a little risky. So, oh, I got less than a minute now for me to hold that. Ooh, there's a lot of guys coming up here too from the Juliet point. Looks like we've got 5 T-72s. I've got 3 anti-tank units and 2 tanks. The 2 tanks are the ones who are absorbing the fire, so that might end up working well for me. Man, I just lost my only anti-aircraft artillery over here, so if they do send some choppers at me, it's going to be really, really tough. Less than 30 seconds now. Reinforcing here with the Sheridan however I can, and whenever I can too. Like I said, the income really is not coming in that much this game. We've got 2 right here. I think I lost the French point up there. Like their command vehicle hasn't been destroyed, but I'm not generating any income off of that. So this is tough. All right, so we've successfully held the bridge. That's all fine and dandy. Now I got to hold just in general until the peace signing. So there's probably a couple things I could do. I mean, I could probably pull all my forces out and we could defend one area. I would probably look at defending Hotel more than anything else because it is the smallest area. But you know what? I've got some units now. This is nice. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to try to see if I can reinforce Charlie up here. Well, I guess I am getting some off of Charlie. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and see if I can go up there. I know if we kind of go all out together, we're going to be okay. You can see some units are gathering here also, too. If I can hurry, take this main road, I think I should be able to hit them from behind and ensure that they don't go on the offensive and take Charlie. I do want to get those command points. So let's take out those T-55s. There's a T-80 over there. That's the toughest tank I've come across so far. The way that it works is the larger the number, basically, the more advanced that it is. That being said here, the T-80 is going to be tough for me to take out, and this is actually a very thin point. I'm lucky that I've had these units here so far because they've really been able to thin out the Soviets on this side. I know with what we saw earlier with those T-72s actually being able to break through into my main body, if it wasn't for like a quick reaction force almost, I'd be in trouble here. So if they break through, I really don't have anybody else to back them up. So Sheridan's trying to attack from the distance, but the thing is the T-72s have a far longer range than the Sheridans do. I lose 1 tank. Man, this is not going to be pretty. Ugh, man. Why did I have to attack them like this? Yeah, granted. Yep, you know what? Let's get out of here. Let's get out of here. I've got helicopters coming at me. I've got a T-80 coming at me too. Man, those rockets are making me mad. All right, let's get another Sheridan over here. I'm really, really worried about that left flank. Now, luckily, too, the Sheridans do have machine guns mounted on them. So whenever a helicopter does come at them, once it's at close range, they can start shooting them a little bit. That may be what I need here because I don't have anything to defend against an air attack right now. So I got to hope my Sheridans and my tanks can kind of hold the fort for a little bit. Lose that vehicle. So I've got some infantry here hidden in the trees. Infantry is very, very good at surprise attacks, basically, because they can pack a punch. The thing is, though, is you got to make sure that they remain hidden. As long as it's a surprise, they'll be able to do some damage. So 1 Sheridan left. Man, that was not worth it at all. I lost all of those units that I gained for being able to hold out. Anyway, what's the T-80 trying to shoot at? Oh, I see. All right, so now it's in range. And then it turns around at the last second. Great, so now I expose my infantry units. They know I'm here. So much for that element of surprise. Great work, T-80. You can see the T-80 is damaged, though. It's on fire, so I may be able to kill him here if he heads towards my infantry again. Take out the recon. Maybe that'll leave him a little bit blind. You can see some other units are kind of coming up here. Go ahead and get a Sheridan in there. Oh! We didn't hit him? What? My infantry's not bad. We miss again. Oh, man, that's not cool at all. They're getting all these chances to shoot that T-80, and they can't make it. Oh, miss again. Gotta get a Sheridan over here. Now, the Sheridan's a little deceiving, too, because when you take a look at the range, it's the rocket. Not so much the main gun, and that's really what I need right now. I don't need rockets. I need main guns. I need big shells getting shot at the enemy. I'm surprised we've been able to hold them like this. Hotel is still holding. Now, granted, here comes some more, or one more T-72. But, oh no. My anti-tank units, though, are completely out of ammunition. Do I move the Chinook over? I think I'm going to risk it here. I got to be careful about it, though. Because if I lose the Chinook... I lost another one. Well, I lost the other Chinook right now. Okay, the peace treaty is imminent. Come on. I can hold out. Now, it seems like they're retreating right now. What is this all about? Are they all headed for Charlie, though? That's a very distinct possibility. No, they're all amassing over there. French are actually leaving. I don't know if they plan on going on the attack or what. You can see now we've got some infantry. This shouldn't be too much of a problem for us here. The thing is I'm running low on ammunition. Now that I go back and watch this, I probably could have brought some Chinooks over and reinforced these guys and kind of heal them here. But that T-80, my gosh, that thing is a beast. It's really starting to make me mad. All right, so I've got this guy here. He's about ready to be destroyed, but he is really all that stands in the way between that T-80 and my main line. Now, if he gets in here, he could go ahead and take out my command vehicle. Ooh. Sheridan launches off a rocket. Oh, it looks like it may hit. Oh, they both kill each other, but the thing is the T-80 is gone. I think I'm going to be all right on that part here for the last little bit. I think here we go with the main assault, or at least the final desperate assault from the Russians. Now, I'm not too worried about their infantry up there because I got some of my own infantry there as well. It's just that. Oh, man, I lost my recon chopper. Come on, this peace treaty needs to be signed quickly. I'm not going to be able to last much longer here at all. I can't afford anything right now either. No tanks or anything. My guys are in full retreat. Got T-72s coming at me. Infantry hitting me head on. Oh. Yes. Could it be? Objective complete. Look how many command stars I got for being able to hold that, and I really didn't have to invest that much. So that's going to go ahead. That's going to be the end of the campaign here as the Germans. Like I said, the next one is going to be me as the Soviets, so that'll be kind of interesting. So more to come next week with Tank Busting Tuesday. You guys are awesome. Thanks for watching the victory. Subscribe if you haven't already. You guys are awesome. You really are. And as always, I hope you guys have a good one.